Alright, time to hop inside our time machine. Destination, the 1950s. Picture it now, milk bottles on the doorstep, marbles clacking on the pavement, and the distant jingling of the ice cream van. The world was still catching its breath after the war, and for kids, life was a wild blend of freedom, fun, and family. So, what was it really like? Let's find out. First up, home. Picture a bustling house, dad at work, mom baking pies, and kids dashing in and out, tracking half the garden through the living room. Privacy? Not a chance. Bedroom space was shared, secrets were whispered under the covers, and family dinners were sacred. Miss one, and you'd better have a brilliant excuse. But life wasn't always rosy. Plenty of dads carried back scars, some never made it home, and loads of families were building new lives as immigrants or refugees. The dream of the perfect family wasn't everyone's reality. Out in the world, everything was booming. New houses popped up, the latest cars gleamed in driveways, and modern gadgets, fridges, washing machines, black and white tellies, became household staples. Toys exploded onto the scene. Slinky, hula hoop, Mr. Potato Head, and yes, the world's first Barbie. Rainy afternoon, Monopoly Cluedo, or a scrap over who gets to be the dog in Monopoly. A new bike was the crown jewel of childhood, but don't think it was all play. Chores were just part of life, mowing lawns, minding your siblings, washing up. By your teens, a paper round or babysitting gig was almost expected. Let's talk routines. School at 8, tea at 6, bed by 8, repeat forever. Discipline was strict as anything. Children should be seen and not heard. Bet you've heard that one. Spankings and rulers were common fare, but for the first time, adults started thinking about feelings. Child psychology whispered into the mix. Still, boys and girls had their lanes. Cowboy sets and train tracks for lads, dolls, and tea sets for the girls. Now, the great outdoors. Forget screens. If you wanted fun, you found it on the street. Marbles, jacks, stickball, or good old tag. Your social life was a knock on the neighbor's door, away, wanna play? School might have been stern, but the playground was where you learned to stand your ground, make up games, and shake hands after a scrap. And Saturday mornings, off to the local cinema for cartoons and cowboy flicks, with Elvis and Little Richard blasting from the jukebox. Health was on the up, cheers to school milk and the new NHS. The polio vaccine turned playgrounds from worry zones to wonderlands. Safety though? Not much of a thing. Riding bikes without helmets, drinking from the hose, climbing every tree in sight. If you got hurt, dust yourself off and carry on. So what sticks with me about the 50s? It was strict, sure, but it was also wild and wonderful. You made friends, you built resilience, and you learned that sometimes the best adventures start with a simple, wanna come out and play? Maybe, just maybe, we could all do with a bit more of that today. If you've got a favorite 1950s memory or toy, drop it in the comments. Like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more trips down memory lane. Thanks for watching.